Well, Namibia Wildlife Protection is an anti-poaching company. We only focus on the high target species like elephant and rhino. In Namibia, we have black and white rhinos, so that is our speciality, to protect them.
And what properties, what lands, what is your stewardship? Where do you work? We
are normally working on two different kinds of farms. There are some of the farms that are custodian farms that have normally black and white rhinos, because black rhinos belongs to the government, so they are only the custodians of the black rhinos. And then other farms, they only have white rhinos. So our commercial part of our operation is looking after white rhinos on commercial game farms. But the black rhino custodian farms, that is more a funding thing that we do. It's not commercial. We don't get money from the black rhino farm owners to protect the rhinos.
When was the custodian program created and why?
If I remember correctly, the custodian program was established in the 90s by the current government, which was a fantastic idea to bring black rhinos from the vast open spaces of the national parks and Damara land and so forth, and place them on private owned game farms. So it's smaller numbers, better to protect and better to police them. So that is the idea. And obviously the custodian farms get the benefit of tourism in exchange for having the black rhinos on their farms.
Why is the black rhino as part of the custodian program and not the white rhino?
The black rhinos are the only ones that belongs to the government. You can't own a black rhino privately. So the government doesn't have the resources probably to look after them in the vast areas that they normally occur. And therefore they started with the black rhino custodian project. The white rhinos are commercial rhinos. Like you can sell and buy rhinos and deal with it commercially, but you can't do it with the black rhinos.
Can you maybe discuss a little bit about the schooling you do and the fact that you don't just teach the people that here at Mount Etchio, but also the other farms around?
The program that we have here with the training is specifically to give the opportunity to the custodian farms all over the country, or for that matter, white rhino farm owners as well. Most of them, they have their own in-house anti-poaching units. So what we decided to put up this training facility and the opportunity for these not so well trained private anti-poaching units to come do the course with us and go back as well trained, well equipped. And should there be a poaching happening on those kind of farms and we get called in as backup, then we are all on the same page, and that works perfectly.
Is there anything else that you think would be an important message for people to hear?
We obviously use volunteers from abroad to assist us in our efforts, and we make use of the paying volunteer system, and not many people understand it quite well, because I think if you volunteer, then you are actually giving already. But we use the money that we get, the income that we generate from volunteers, paying volunteers, to subsidize our operation for black rhinos specifically. And it makes a huge difference, because we don't get funds for black rhinos from the farm owners or from the government per se. So we really need volunteers. Our website, there's a whole section about the volunteers, and there's a video that gives them quite a great overview on what they will be doing, etc. Many people from abroad are afraid to come because they think it's too dangerous. And I always say, and we say it very clearly in our marketing material as well, if you are coming as a volunteer, you go through the training, it's quite an experience, and we will use you not in the front lines specifically. You will not ever be in harm's way. If there's any kind of interaction with poachers, we immediately take the volunteers out, and our trained guys go in and sort the problem out. So it's quite safe. We also use volunteers for valuable research on the black rhinos, tracking them, observing their behavior, noting down certain key aspects of their behavior and the way they are living or they are operating. So we use them for different things. It's not an army combat kind of firearm handling thing all the time. It's really to assist us in the broader picture.